Hello there. Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you're joining us. This is brunch time with Mayegun. Although it is starting late, they say it is better late than never. Remember, it is an open mic. You can phone in anytime, yeah? Add your own contribution where you want. But please, as you are joining, kindly, like the broadcast, share it after reading the caption and the description. Very short. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell them all. Are you good today? 20 soldiers, 20 Nigerian soldiers were slaughtered in Zamfara yesterday by the Bello Turuji Fulani terrorist group. The guy alone controls more than 6 states. Should I say he terrorizes more than 6 states in northern part of Nigeria. They have declared him wanted again and again. And even whenever his own, co-terrorists are caught, they will always kind of get them released under the arrangement called Repentant Terrorist Rehabilitation. Now, listen. Just a week or so ago, over 200 innocent people were slaughtered by these murderous, bloodthirsty Fulani terrorists. Kolu was there, laughing, making jokes, then trying as much as possible to put the blames of the attacks on the locals. He told them to share their lands. There is enough to share, he said. And guess what? Yesterday, police IG said they found their killers. Tell everybody that Mayegun today. Thank you. Now, if you have shared the broadcast already, thank you. Now, remember, I have just an hour, but this can be extended to 2 hours if we have enough engagement. I'm talking about callers. But let's start. Yesterday, the Nigeria Police IG addressed the press in what you probably would refer to as a triumph, or should I say a result delivered by his own team. The terrorists that slaughtered over 200 innocent people, women and children in Yewata, Benue State, a few days ago, which triggered a supposed national outrage to some extent. So Kolu went there and he sort of like called Igbetokun, the police IG, that how come no one has been arrested? Aha. Then he also called Musa. Why is no one arrested? He called them. The whole thing looked pretty much like scripted, like theatrical. Anyway, yesterday, Igbetokun presented or paraded these men as those responsible for Yewata massacre. Now, you be the judge. Those were the men presented by the police IG as those responsible for the Yewata massacre. We have a lot of questions, right? But let us hear from him first. Well, I do have questions, though, right?
June, 2 prime suspects who were masterminds of this attack were apprehended from their hideout. This arrest led to the arrest of 7 other suspects the following day, 20/06/25. They were picked up from their various locations where they had fled, hoping to evade justice. On 21st June, another key suspect, in whose house the initial meeting to plan the attack was held, was also arrested. On 22nd June, a major breakthrough was recorded with the arrest of 18 other suspects who directly took part in the killings. Similarly, on 22nd of June 2025, a heartbreaking incident occurred in the Mangu Plateau State, where a bus conveying passengers from Zaria was stopped and attacked by a mob. Tragically, 9 of the passengers were murdered and 3 sustained injuries before our teams could intervene and rescue the remaining 22 suspects, 22 victims. So far, 22 suspects have also been arrested in connection with this gruesome act of mob violence. They too will face the full right of the law in court.
I mean, I want to believe, right? I want to say, oh, that's a good job. That's a great job. Nigeria police went after Fulani terrorists who are like in their hundreds. So according to them, investigation, police, not the military, police investigation led to somebody who led them to 7 people. Then were the mastermind, those who planned it. It's like saying the Fulani terrorists, like they have different committees, and these are the guys who planned, the attacks in Yewata, and we found the mastermind, which also led to 18 others. So in a nutshell, they are telling us that the Nigeria police, they walked straight into the Fulani terrorist den. And there was no gun exchange. There was no casualty, but they just found them in their hideouts where they were hiding, Fulani terrorists hiding in the forest. I get a lot of questions. And don't blame me, because it is Nigeria. Nigeria is a place where the Nigerian police, in order to show that they are working, right? Innocent people, or maybe not so innocent people, just for the camera, will be paraded. And then if you go back later and be like, hey, hang on, those terrorists that killed people in Yewata that you paraded that time, how far with the case? You will realize that there is no case. If they manage to, maybe if the pressure of the public is so much, if they managed to take them before any judge, the next thing is, those people, they will dump them in prison. Now, from prison in 10 years' time or 5 years' time, you'll be hearing that I was raided for, they said I was a member of Boko Haram. Anyway, I was just, you know what I mean? Or I've been in prison for 9 years because the police raided me, paraded me as a terrorist, and they dumped me here. No case, no anything. So just for the moment, you will see, they've arrested them. Oh, they've arrested all the killers of Yewata. See, now they are working. So if I am a little bit skeptical, don't think it's because I am not happy that, because if you take a look at it very well, the entire thing is the same script that is known with the Nigerian police. Because that same yesterday was when Bello Turuji the notorious Bello Turji, the same guy that is almost having the same persona like that of Alhaji Shekau. Remember Alhaji Shekau? Do you know how many times they claim, Nigerian military claim to have killed Shekau? And it will just resurface. That's the same personnel that this Turji kind of like possess. They've placed bounty on him because Bello Turji, like other Fulani terrorists in Nigeria, they have their own political backers. So Bello Turji and his gang, just like Ado Aleru. Ado Aleru has killed God knows how many soldiers. But guess what? The authority, the Nigerian military, the Nigerian DSS, the Nigerian presidency, the state government in northern part of Nigeria, they are comfortable to go into a peace talk with this terrorist. The same guy they declared wanted. Similarly, this Turji. Now for Turji, let me tell you a bit about this terrorist so that a lot of you can understand that it is not just about invading and killing. No, no. After all this invasion and killings that they have committed and got away with, they have areas they control right now. They call those places ungoverned areas in Nigeria. There is no presence of government. There's no presence of military. There's no presence of anything about Nigeria there. People are still there, but those people who are mostly, farmers, like the indigenous people there. So in the areas where these people live, right, and where these terrorists control, so they collect taxes from these Nigerians. And this has been going on for the past 8 years in the earliest. You probably, if you search on social media right now and search for the receipt of the, the taxes or Boko Haram levy, just some keyword that says, taxes, levy, Boko Haram, all that stuff. You will see receipt of people, what they are paying to these terrorists. Communities are built, poor communities, they are built millions of naira for security every year. So while those ones stayed, why they control those areas, they go extra, to other areas, or to the motorways, the expressways to pick their victims. These are just the ones that will be like, if they invade village and kill as many people as possible, so they believe that the majority of the people in the village will run away. So weakened, they control it, but they will first kidnap people from that place. Those who survive, right? They didn't kill. They will kidnap them, sell some of them off to as far as Mali, Niger, all those places to other terrorists as sex slaves. True story. For you to understand the atrocities of this guy, these are not just bandits, right? That are hiding in forest. No. They control territories, and Nigeria is aware of that. Nigerian army is aware of that. Yeah. Bello Turji. And don't be surprised though, if you see Bello Turji in a peace meeting with all these guys who claim to be looking for him. So what happened yesterday? There is a military camp near Bangi, it's called, in Mariga local government area of Niger State. Right? The terrorist struck. And then the ambush, which is the one that actually killed the 20 SWAT. After the operation, the usual, they went out to celebrate. I have managed to cut off some of the videos because the bodies of the soldiers were all like littered on the, and if you check on social media, you will see some of the images there. No. But watch this.
Yawa dana yadda turji Allah taimake ka muna gode ma Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ya azirta mu wannan rana ta yau da muka tafi wanda Allah azirta mu da makiya addinin musulunci a wannan yankuna namu da suka so sai sun tozartar da yan uwan mu a bari a haska mota da kanana wajen mota mu mun gabatar da suwa za su tazo shiga jahannama insha Allah. Allahu akbar. Bisa abin da suka shuka don ba su bari ba insha Allah. Muna tabbatar ma kowa in Allah ya yarda sai mun yi nasara. Alilan din ba'in galibatin bi idnillahi ma'a sabirina insha Allah.
Let me pretend to shock you. That same Bello Turji was once one of the rehabilitated terrorists in Nigeria from Zamfara State. He was once invited, in the early stage, he was once invited to the government house by Patawale in Zamfara. And it was the guy who told everybody in the presence of the governor, the security agents who they have been killing, right? He told them, he said, nobody can arrest him. That he chose to come into that meeting that day. And even in this meeting, if they change their mind and they want to, everybody would die inside this place. He was talking, he was bragging. And guess what? Like the Talibans, when they call peace meeting with these guys, me, I have never seen anything like this in my life, or maybe you have not observed it. Whenever they call peace meeting with these guys, the Nigerian army, the Nigerian security guys, they will put their guns in their cars. The terrorists will cling onto their own guns in what will look like a friendly picnic, like they are doing picnic. When you look at some of the videos, in case if you have not noticed that, Nigerian military soldier will leave his gun to go and do a peace meeting with terrorists, and the terrorist is there holding his own gun. And for that moment, it's like, yeah, we are just negotiating, we are trying to find peace. Bello Turji, he has gone ahead to kill thousands of people more after that arrangement, because he said, now let me tell you the story. In fact, you need to know the story. According to Bello Turji, he was a Fulani man. They stole all his cows. And since he had nothing to do, he resorted into stealing cows as well, like a cattle rustler. He's supposed to be a Fulani. He's stealing from other Fulanis. Then, in the long run, he realized that he could do more. So he put together a team. And according to him, this is a who have suffered justice or another to fight a cause now, right? A terrorist. Arm themselves enough. So, but maybe not enough. But Bello Turji now happened to be, okay, let me put it this way. He's a Fulani, Ada. That story and what he has turned out to become, they are pretty much not really relative. But let's take that, okay? But Bello Turji, like other youth in Zamfara, it's not like he's from Niger or Mali. He's from Nigeria, Zamfara. Yeah? So Bello Turji became kind of like a useful tool in the hand of the political class. That's how he got to know Patawale, Yari, and few others. So he became a useful tool. The illegal mining going on in Zamfara states, the boys protecting them or waging war on different communities to displace them and take over their land just for mining of God knows what. So Turji and others, they are running it for these politicians. Like they know themselves. So since Bello Turji has opened up a new adventure, he's made so much money, Bello Turji kidnapped school children as well to collect ransoms from government. Government negotiated with him at some point that they paid him over ₦1 billion ransom. State government paid him ransom, not just people he's been kidnapping. So calling for peace, it's like they know themselves and say, you know what, let us, for the camera. So Bello Turji said, after that, after that peace meeting, about 6 years ago or so, when Patawale was their governor, right? Bello Turuji,